wingsurf and using your SUP winder is to learn a bit about wind direction, and a concept we either call irons or the wind clock. In sailing they call it irons, in windsurfing we call it the wind clock. The basic concept here is that the entire time that you're on your board is at the very center of a giant clock. So you're in the middle of a big circle, a big clock. Straight upwind, the direction the wind is coming from, is always 12 o'clock. Straight downwind is always 6 o'clock. And you can never go straight upwind at 12 o'clock. And irons, or the no-go zone, is everything between 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. If you find the nose of your board pointing between 10 and 2, you're gonna lose all forward momentum and slowly start to drift backward. So ideally in wingsurfing or windsurfing, we're sailing across the wind at 3 and 9, 3 and 9, 3 and 9, 9 and 3. You can windsurf downwind, but you just can't go into irons. If I point straight at 12, between 10 and 2 is irons, you'll stall out and just start to drift back. The next piece is that you've always got to have the wing on the downwind side of the board to start. So if the board you want the board lined up at 9 or 3, you want the sail on the downwind side towards 6, and the wind is at your back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my leash, put it on, get to my knees with the board pointed at either 9 or 3, pull the wing in. If it's flipped upside down, you're going to have to be able to flip it over. You're going to move towards the wingtip, put one hand under, another hand over the top, and flip the wing over. Then you can reel it in close, grab your leading edge handle, sails on the downwind side of the board, pick it up over your head, get the normal handles, stand up, and you're riding. To change direction, to go upwind, we're gonna lean the wing towards the back of the board and put our weight on our back foot. That's gonna cause the nose of the board to turn upwind. That's fine to go upwind, it's ideal to go upwind, but if we leave that sail back and too much weight on our back foot, the board will keep turning until it's pointing straight at 12 o'clock. There'll be no power in the sail, and you'll just kind of lose all forward momentum and start to drift back. If your nose of your board is pointing between 10 and 2 in that no-go zone, you've got to get more downwind. The way you do that is by leaning the wing towards the nose of the board and putting weight on your front foot. That causes the nose of the board to turn downwind. Now I kind of hold it right in the middle and I'll keep going across the wind. If I leave the sail forward towards the nose of the board for too long, the nose will just keep turning downwind until I'm pointing straight downwind at 6 o'clock, and I'll lose a lot of ground and get stuck downwind pretty quick. So if I'm pointing too much downwind, I want to lean the wing towards the back of the board, and that'll cause the board to start turning back upwind. If I'm pointing back across at 9 or 3, I hold the wing right in the middle to keep going my direction, and I can make little adjustments. Lean the wing back for just a second, turn upwind a little bit, get it back to my normal middle stance. If I want to go downwind a little bit, lean it back forward for just a second, the nose will go downwind, back to middle for center stance. The important thing is that you are always in the center of this giant clock, and you want to windsurf at 9 and 3, 9 and 3. Anytime you get pointed straight upwind at 12 or in the no-go zone anywhere between 10 and 2, you're going to start to stall out and drift backwards downwind. It's important to understand the concept of wind direction and irons or the no-go zone. It'll really help you stay upwind.